Hey, what's going on, guys? XcLuSiVe here, and today I've got another episode of my XcLuSiVe mailbox series for you guys. If you're new to my channel and to this series is not so much about the gameplay, it's more so about the questions you guys have for me and my answers to them. That's the best way to put it. Quickest, easiest way to put it. So yeah, let's jump right into this message I got, and let's get into it. Hey Joe, I need some help. Lately I've been feeling down and unwanted around anyone, and I'm not having much luck with anything. I'm losing interest in school, which I used to love because of seeing my friends, and now I'm just feeling like I'm not needed. People have been ignoring my texts and they don't want to hang out. The other day I was close to cutting myself, and I feel like my true friends are people over the internet, examples, Skype, YouTubers, and I just don't feel like I'm wanted anywhere to do anything. Please don't share this with anyone, and thank you, and please reply. Okay, so let's jump into this. I'm not sure how old you are because you don't say. I'm guessing. I mean, the majority of my channel, of my viewers, the vast majority are in between the ages of like 13 and 15, but I'm going to assume that you're probably in between 13 and 17. That's what I can guess. It's kind of a big range, but that's kind of important. So I'm pretty sure you're in that age range. I'm at least going to guess, and if you're not, I'm guessing once again. But yeah, so you said that you feel like you're not needed because people are ignoring your texts and they don't want to hang out. When you're in school, right, when you meet kids in school and you have friends in school, they're usually, to be honest, most of them are more concerned about themselves. The most of them are pretty self-centered. Not necessarily self-centered. They're just, to be honest, they focus more on themselves. They don't necessarily think about what they do or say before they do them. So something as simple as not responding to a text could, they don't think about how that can actually, what that could signal to some people. But it sounds like your friends might just be more worried about themselves, and that tends to be what a lot of people in school tend to do, is they're more worried about themselves, especially when you're younger. It starts to get better and better as you get older, and once you get out of high school, you really don't have that problem, except for some people that you just kind of avoid at that point. But when you're in school, you run into a lot of those kind of people, and that's just something you kind of have to remember. But there's another way to look at it, right? I mean, it might not just be that that they're being just kind of self-centered. Maybe these aren't exactly the best friends for you. Maybe they're not treating you right, and you want friends that treat you right. You want friends that you can be able to talk to all the time, that enjoy your company as much as you enjoy theirs. And if they're not treating you right, think about that really hard. And if they're not, maybe you should start thinking about finding some other people you want to hang out with that have similar interests and that are going to treat you right. That's just another way to look at it. I could be completely off on that, and maybe they do treat you right. These are the right friends for you. They're just thinking about themselves and not thinking about others, and that could very much be the issue. But what I would really do to fix this, at least to make yourself feel better, what I would do is, if your friends are more concerned about themselves, and not really pushing to hang out with you as much, then I would do the exact same thing. Don't push to hang out with them. If they want to hang out, go ahead and say yes if you'd like to. But what I'm saying is, focus more on yourself. Don't worry about them as much. Focus more on yourself and try and find something that you enjoy doing that makes you happy, where instead of relying on your friends, hang out with your friends to make you happy. Don't let that be like your only source of happiness. You know what I mean? Find something that makes you happy outside of hanging around with friends. And I'm sure you have hobbies. I'm sure you have things that you like to do. Just focus more on yourself a little bit more now, and think about those other things I said, whether maybe they're the right friends for you or not, or maybe that it's just that you're in school, and people that you meet in school tend to be self-centered, and they tend to be just thinking about themselves. So just kind of remember that, but try and focus on yourself a little bit right now. That's what I would do, is focus a little bit more on yourself. Find other ways to make yourself happy other than or other hobbies that will make you happy other than hanging around with your friends, because it seems like that's not exactly the greatest source of happiness for you right now. It doesn't seem like that's really working right now. So I would find something else in addition to that to help you feel a little bit better. But yeah, if you're losing interest in school, to be honest, dude, that's pretty normal. A lot of people, I hate school. That's just my opinion, and I'm not trying to, push everybody to hate school. It's not even remotely close. If you guys love school, that's good. You should. But if you don't, to be honest, that's really normal. A lot of people don't like school. I like it for different. I don't like it for different reasons than you, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of people have struggles with school. A lot of people don't like being in school. A lot of people don't like school in general. So the fact that you're saying you're losing interest in school really doesn't surprise me that much, because it happens to a lot of people. So if you really want to get back into school, maybe just put your head down, focus on school as much as you can, and try and get yourself into it. But if not, it's kind of normal. It's just a little stage of your life you kind of got to push through and get out of it on the other side, and you move on to bigger and better things. But yeah, another way to look at it, is summer's right around the corner. We're like a couple months away from summer. I don't know where you live or when your summer is, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be pretty soon. I mean, we're coming into the summer months now, so summer's just about to be around the corner. So I would use summer, when you have time off school, use summer to kind of recharge yourself a little bit. Focus more on yourself, find things that you enjoy doing, and or maybe find that friend group that's right for you. If you think that maybe your friends really aren't the right friends for you, find some that you connect with more that do enjoy your company as much as you enjoy theirs. So yeah, I would really use summer to recharge yourself and to try and make yourself feel a little bit better. I think that is going to be really big here, is using summer to that time you have off school, so you have no other stress, at least no stress from school to impact you at all. I would use that time to try and help yourself a lot. So yeah, you also say you almost cut yourself the other day. Don't do that. Don't harm yourself in any way. That's not going to make you feel any better. It's going to make you feel a lot worse. It's going to make you feel worse about yourself. And I wouldn't do that. I mean, there's plenty of other ways to get out of this. There's so many different options you can take to pick yourself up. And cutting yourself or any other form of self-harm is just not going to help at all. It's going to do the exact opposite. You're going to feel a lot worse. So don't do that. That's not the right road to go. Do not hurt yourself. That's not going to help you at all. But yeah, you also say that you think your true friends are more online than in real life. To be honest, there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, I have one friend in high school, and that's it. I have one friend from high school that I've known for years. He's my best friend, for life, and that's just the way it is. I've known him for ages, and I don't really have that many friends inside high school. I really don't. But online, I've met a ton of people through what I do and through just playing in general. I've met so many people. I'm only friends with a few right now, but that's because I pick and choose my friends. I don't just hang around with everybody. But I have one friend that, he's like my brother. I've known him for ages now, and I'd do anything for him. He'd do anything for me. And you meet people online that, to be honest, I don't really see too big of a line there dividing real life friends and friends you meet online. To be honest, I think they're pretty much in the same. They're going to mean just as much to you as somebody you'd meet in real life. And for all I know, I mean, maybe you do meet them in real life at some point down the road. Maybe you go to some, PAX event and you meet them there, for all I know. But you know what I mean? It's not too big of a difference. I don't see any problem with being closer to people online than you are in real life. That's exactly the way I am. There's tons of people like that. Some people just feel more comfortable like that. Sometimes that's just what happens, and it's not a bad thing at all. So don't feel bad that you have more friends online. To be honest, that's fine. Friends are friends, But yeah, like I said, don't feel unwanted or like that you're not needed. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as your friends just being extremely self-centered, and they're just thinking about themselves. And that's when you take two roads there. Either one, focus on yourself, or two, try and find yourself another friend group that will treat you right, or maybe do both. But yeah, I think it's really, really important here to use summer to recharge yourself, to get yourself out of this bad place. You don't need to cut yourself. You don't need to do any sort of self-harm to get yourself out of this. This is a very manageable situation. This is out of all the messages I've gotten. I'm not saying your situation isn't bad. I'm not saying that it feels any better than anybody else's. It's going to feel just as bad as someone else's situation. But I'm just saying that it could be a lot worse. So think of it like that. This is something you can get out of. It's just one little stage of your life. It's going to be fine. You're going to be able to get through it. Just use summer to recharge yourself. Use summer to find stuff you like to do. Don't rely so much on hanging around with your friends to help you, to give you that happiness. Find something else that makes you happy. And yeah, so hopefully this helped. And yeah, that's going to do it for me here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I've been XcLuSiVe. I'll catch you guys later.